Hey there, guys, and welcome to this interview, which I'm excited for with Massage Academy member Marissa from Greenleaf Soft Tissue Therapy in the United States. And today I wanted to talk to her about some tips that she would like to share for growing her business and her experience with the Academy. And I will let her introduce herself and tell us a bit about her business.
All right, my name is Marissa. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I've owned a clinical massage therapy practice for about 5 years now. I employ 7 massage therapists there and 1 receptionist. Currently, we have 2 treatment rooms and a waiting area. Recently, me and my husband moved away to a different state. We're about 1,000 miles from our business, and we actually opened a private practice for him and myself in Missouri. And so I apply everything that I learned from the academy for both of my businesses.
I think that's really cool when you came into the academy and you said you had two businesses. One was remote. People don't understand how hard that is to do, and I'm really impressed that you run a business from a different state because it's actually really like you have to be like a really good business operator to do that. So well done on that. That's awesome.
Thank you. It actually gives me two different perspectives of um, applying these marketing ideas to for my team there, but then also applying them to build my business here for me and my husband.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. And are you looking to grow the one where you work in? Are you looking to grow that with a team, or are you just happy as a?
I'm just happy as me and my husband working there. As you know, they have a more of a challenge in the field. But for myself, I've been very successful. Just applying like the month one. And that's all I needed to get that one off and running.
Yeah, nice. And so before you joined, what situation were you in before starting the program, and what problems were you having? Because you already had a business successful. I mean, what made you want to join the academy?
So for Greenleaf, I had some massage therapists that wanted to expand their hours, and one of them being a male massage therapist, but he was an excellent employee. So I really felt that drive to want him to be successful. And so that meant my marketing efforts had to be successful to get clients on his table. And then also, I was just coming back from maternity leave in my own private practice that I only had like a week of working at before having the baby. So I am in a new place and I needed to get our name out there to a totally different demographic and then get our books filled for ourselves too.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And so, how did you come across the the program, or did you see an ad or a video, or?
So I've actually seen your ads for quite a while. I mean, maybe even this time last year, I saw your ads. Uh, but I figured when I saw it was only $1 to join, I'm like, what could I have to lose? So I did it.
Love it. Cool. It surprises me that how many people don't join for the dollar, but it is what it is. I can only help
Don't
people.
know what they're missing.
So everyone has thoughts or concerns, So what thoughts or concerns did you have before joining?
I guess my concern was more that you were just another business coach because let's face it, my Facebook has a lot of ads for business coaching in general or for massage business coaching. Um, I mean, I've contacted business coaches that were charging thousands of dollars. And that's a lot to pay up front for someone you're not sure what what you're buying essentially. So I guess I was just worried that you were just another business coach. Um, and that you didn't stand out among them all. But again, for that dollar, why not try and see what you had to offer?
Yeah, I find the special offer works great, and it always you can, and as you know, like for your business where you run special offers, get people in. It's just a great way to overcome that trust, like that lack of trust that people have, even in your massage business, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
people think the exact same thing before they try out your massage business. It's like, I got to go to this new massage therapist. I don't even know if they're good. Are they trustworthy? So, like, that's why doing promotions works so well in every business. So, what positive results did you have in the first week and so far?
So I actually booked 7 appointments in the first 7 hours of the
Oh,
month one ad.
nice.
So I made a post in the program like, wow, you should have called it 7 clients in 7 hours. Um, I was I was floored by those results and I'm like, wow, this is really worth it. Um, since starting the program, I was able to expand that massage therapist hours to full time. He probably expanded to full time maybe 2 weeks after I joined the program. Um, and I feel like I have a foolproof way to boost our books now. So that's opening the doors for me to renovate our space and grow our space and get that third treatment room I've been looking forward to.
Yeah, nice. And I bet your therapists are happy too. They get to work more and earn more, and it's not just
Well,
about you. Yeah,
when the bookings come in that they say special offer on them, they know that it's a result of my marketing efforts.
yeah,
So, and I know it's a result from your program.
yeah. And what other things have you been able to take or find valuable from the modules? Because there's a lot of stuff in there. I put a lot of stuff in there. So, from rebookings to following up with to customer service. It's like there's as you know, there's heaps of stuff in there. So have you used
Yeah,
up the other stuff?
yeah, there's a lot of information in there. So, one thing I used was the social media posts. And that was something I knew was important when I originally started my business 5 years ago. So I actually paid somebody to do them for quite a while. So seeing that you had that in each month, I thought that was really valuable and it just made it real quick and easy. I could set them all up for the month and go on my way. The other one was your rebooking video of saying like, hey, when would you like to come back? And why not to say that? Um, I actually ended up sharing that with some of my massage therapists that work for me, just because I'm guilty of wording it like that too. And, if nobody ever offers you that other perspective, then you're not going to ever know. So, those are two things that I've also used in the program.
So the rebooking training has helped you and your team increase your rebooking rate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Did you
Yep.
see I redid that a couple of weeks ago? I redid.
No, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I posted it in the group, but a lot of people don't see the post. But if you go back, I've made a new video and I've redone the rebooking training to include some
Okay.
more stuff. So hopefully it'll help.
Yeah.
I've got a quick start guide. So like for people, like a 1 page summary of everything. So you can give to your team that they
Yeah.
can just have printed out behind the desk as well.
Yeah.
Because the training's quite in depth. I've made it like a printout as well. So yeah, check that out. I'll make a
And then
note.
I also,
I'll make a note to send
I'm
it to you
sorry.
after this. Sorry.
I also saw that you have on there how to attract other massage therapists to want to apply to your business
Mhm.
to work there. I have not checked that out yet, but seeing as we're expanding now, that is definitely on my radar.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, cool. All right. So now let's get into some questions and some value where I can, because you're a successful business owner. I'd love for you to share some value with the people watching about, first of all, maybe the three biggest challenges that you've had to overcome. And the reason I ask this is because a lot of people watching, they sometimes like look at people who have a business and they just think it's just going to be easy and they go and start their own business. And then when they come up against challenges, they feel like that it's not normal for these challenges. But if I get people like yourself to share challenges, they might realize that like everyone overcomes challenges. They just have to push hard with them?
Yeah, so I don't really can't really put these in chronological order. Um, but I guess my first challenge would be I've never owned a business before. I didn't go to school for business management, for entrepreneurship or anything like that. And the only way that I was able to overcome that was through trial and error, really, like persevering and trudging through all the challenges that came my way. And that's how I learned what was necessary to own and run a successful business.
Had you seen people you knew do it before with massage or other businesses, and you just knew it could be done, or what kind of led
A
you?
girl that I went to school with owned a massage business and she was pretty successful, just starting one out right out of the gate. Um, so I saw her doing it and I spent a couple of years actually like looking up just like how to build your massage practice, kind of information, just good things to know about starting a business, etc. I spent 3 years doing that before doing my own. So I would definitely say like do your research,
Mhm.
but still you're gonna come up with things that you didn't know, and challenges that you didn't expect.
Yep.
So,
So what are some other challenges that you've had since starting?
well, the very next feeling is fear, right? So, um, so
Is that
how do
like
you
fear
get
when
over
you open and you have all these expenses coming in, and is that
Well,
what
fear of should I do this? Should I start my own business? What if I fail? Uh, what if I'm successful and just do self-sabotage or, whatever you're going to be afraid of. Um, but when it came to starting my business, specifically, or any opportunities that like presented themselves along the way while owning my business, I would ask myself, is this opportunity going to present itself again? And if the answer was no, then I'd go for it. So,
what are some
uh,
examples with that, do you mean?
well, I had a client that offered me a business loan unsecured, and I was afraid of taking that large amount of money and just sabotaging. I was afraid of not spending it wisely or not investing it into the right places or um, just failing in business and owing somebody a lot of money back or whatever. But that's also not something that happens every day to where that's not something that happens every day where somebody offers to give you an unsecured business loan. So I
Yeah.
figured, well, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And so yeah, sometimes like you have to, everyone has to everyone gets to that point where they have to just like make that decision and do it, but it's hard for everyone, I suppose.
Yeah. Am I going to step backward? Am I going to step forward into growth or step backwards into safety?
Mhm.
And you have to decide, can you grow within your own comfort zone? And the
Yeah.
answer is no. So you got to step outside of your comfort zone and you have to go for that opportunity when it comes your way.
There's no reward without risk.
No, no. Um, one more fear, not fear, one more challenge I would say is negative opinions. So a lot of the closest people in my life are pretty negative. They're naysayers. They err on the side of caution, always. Um, they are the ones who verbalize what my fears are that I keep to myself. Um, so I would just listen to what other people had to say and I wouldn't internalize it. I would just kind of make a mental note and say, like, thank you so much for that feedback. And then I would make an unbiased decision and one that would honor myself and serve me best that I felt confident in making.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
And do you mean it's like a lot of family and friends who say like that's a big risk? Why do you
Yeah.
want to spend that money? Like stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I guess it's mostly just people who've probably never tried before and they're doing it partly out of a place of caring because they don't want to see you
Yeah.
get hurt, but it's just because they never tried it and they don't see it could be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not risk takers, and that's just what it boils down to. Um, somebody that, like, are you somebody who can take that leap of faith or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has those people saying that stuff. I had the same thing too. But
Yeah.
it kind of gives you more motivation though, right? To succeed.
Oh, because you want to prove them wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. It definitely helped, definitely
Yeah.
motivated me.
Yeah.
And so what would be your three best strategies that helped you grow your business?
Well, starting out, I would say being personable. So I did a lot of getting myself out there in the community. I would do events, never free chair massages. I would make it like $10 for 10 minutes or
Mhm,
but I was never concerned about making money.
mhm,
That was not ever like my motive. It was more like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there to this event so I can um be a presence in my community. It was more about like the overarching goal than the goal of the day. You know, um, Definitely looking at the bigger picture uh really helped me with
mhm.
that.
Yeah, so when you're out in these community events, your goal wasn't to make money, it was just to be seen and yeah, grow
Yeah,
your name. Yeah, nice. And so
yeah.
you were a therapist for a while before you opened Greenleaf.
Yeah, I was a massage therapist for 3 years.
Yeah.
So that kind of ties into another strategy I would say that helped grow my business. Um, I've always approached management from the massage therapist mindset first.
Mhm.
Like, as an employee, how would I want this to go? Kind of thing. When it came to compensation, mainly was the first thing. Like how to structure my business, um, how I would talk to an employee when they've done something wrong. Like, how would I want an employer to talk to me? So I'd always come at it from that massage therapist mindset first and like never got too big for my britches.
Yeah.
I would always stop and think.
That's really smart, I think, because a lot of people don't realize it as an employer, your employees don't have to work for you. You have to make it a good work environment.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Um, Two, though, like I'm human, right? And so I get my feelings hurt or things will bother me or get under my skin or whatever. So that's where the stop and think really comes into play. Um, because I would allow myself to think or feel however I did personally, but then decide how am I going to conduct myself professionally in front of the employees or in front of the clients.
yeah, that's awesome. So, just
Yeah.
going back to your first point, I wanted to touch on that when you said being personable. When you said going out in the community, is that separate to being personable with you got good at talking to people and customer service and dealing with people?
Um, I noticed that a lot of massage therapists are introverts.
Mhm.
Okay. So it ties into like getting out of your comfort zone. So if you like RBF,
What's that?
like resting witch
Oh,
face, if you just have RBF the whole time, you're not approachable.
yeah.
Somebody is not going to want to come over and get a chair massage from you.
Yep.
So, you have to be personable and talk to people and, ask them, how's your day or whatever. You have to make other people feel good. And the only way you're going to have that opportunity is if you get out there in the community, or you find a way to get clients coming into your door.
When I first got into business, and before I got into business, I wasn't good with people. I had a pretty sheltered childhood. My mum didn't socialize me very much. I went to school like a normal kid, but I didn't have many friends. But so I realized that as I got older, that if I wanted to be good at anything, it wasn't enough to be smart. It was you had to be good with people, because I would see
Yeah.
people all around me doing better than me at stuff because they're good with people. And so I actually had to like read a lot of books and learn that stuff. So three books I'd recommend people, any business owner and anyone read is one help me, and you can share if you've had any. But one was How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's just a basic. That's like everyone knows that book. The second one is How to Talk to Anyone. I can't remember the author, Leal something, but How to Talk to Anyone. And then Never Split the Difference. That's a book by FBI hostage negotiator.
Hmm.
But those are my three books for being better at talking to people.
Just writing them down.
I'm actually going to do a video in a few weeks about my top 5 or 6 business books for massage.
It's awesome. Cool. I'll be interested in watching that.
Did you read any books specifically for being more personable?
No, no. That took a long time to learn for myself. And the only thing I can really think of that, kind of changed my trajectory in how I was here was an old boss of mine. He told me to try to half smile all the time. And one day it would become real.
That's a good tip.
So I did that. I did that. And one day it did become real. And I found myself enjoying conversations with people. Um, and I found that like people to enjoy conversations with people, they didn't need to know what was going on in my head or in my personal life or how I really felt, or, you know, so much of enjoying interactions with other people is about them and listening to them talk, being interested in what they have to say. So, no, not any books, just hard knock lessons,
Well, yeah.
experience.
Well, those things are actually in those books, so that's really good. It's and it works. So obviously it works because you've used those things. And so what's
Yeah.
the third strategy for business growth?
Always looking for ways to bring more clients in.
Yeah.
I invest a lot of time in educating myself in different marketing methods.
Mm-hmm.
And educating myself can really just be a Google search. That's what it was back before I opened a business. I would just Google search it. Um, but now, I can invest my time in like reading different things that you have in the program, just because it's so chock-a-block full of information and things that I hadn't considered or angles I hadn't approached marketing with. Um, you know, Luckily your program's not a one-trick pony. Uh, so it just helps. And also because there's so much support that I receive along the way. I never like have a question that doesn't get answered.
Yeah,
So
I love helping you because you've got a great attitude and you're motivated, and I just especially like helping those kind of people.
yeah.
It's okay. That's cool. So, and so you've given you three challenges, three strategies, and what do you feel sets your business apart from others in your area? Because there's a lot of massage therapists in your area. I'm assuming most of them are cheaper. I remember you saying you're the most expensive or one of the most expensive. So how do you set your business apart so clients choose you?
I have a niche. Um, Even with Greenleaf, now Greenleaf is a pretty like general massage business. Like there is something for everyone at Greenleaf. We do clinical massage, we do medical massage, we have enhancements for our massages. Um, So, if somebody wants a spa day, they could come to Greenleaf, but if they also want to get their medical massage covered by insurance, they can also come to Greenleaf for that. Um, we're not a cookie cutter franchise. We're not like a hand and stone. Most of our massage therapists are local, and most of our clients are our neighbors. So it's nice, I think, for our clients to be able to interact with therapists who have town that they're working in. Um, and it's small. Like there is somebody that is excited when they book an appointment. It makes an impact on us that they give us business.
Mhm.
So there's the whole shop small, shop local, support small business. Like, we're all about that. So that does set us apart. Because our competition in Pennsylvania is franchises,
Yeah.
honestly. Um, we got a good location, so that's helpful too. Uh, the franchises are in like the major cities, at least 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we're probably the largest massage business in that region that we're in. Um, and then as far as like in Missouri for my husband and I called our business Olive Branch Clinical Massage Therapy,
Mm.
which, side note, I recommend putting massage in your business name.
Yep,
I
definitely.
learned I learned that firsthand with Greenleaf. Um, for Greenleaf, I chose soft tissue therapy because I didn't want the negative connotation that sometimes the word massage will bring.
Mhm.
However, for search engine optimization,
Yep.
having that word massage in there is so important.
Massive. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we're a clinical massage practice in Missouri as well, where there's only spas. So I don't feel the need to do all those spa enhancements at my own private practice because there's so many other places these people could go for that. So it's real, you know, uh small small business that I have in Missouri, and I think people like that too.
Yeah.
Some people just do. They just like supporting their neighbor. So,
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Thanks for that. And so to finish up, what is the future outcome that this program has helped deliver for you? I know you kind of touched on it, like you're excited you can open up a third treatment room and that kind of stuff. Like, what has the academy allowed you to dream or provide for your future?
well, the academy has become like a roadmap for me. At this, 5 years in, I've done everything that you will find on Google recommendations to do to grow your business. So these are some more like out of the box ideas that other massage therapists are not doing. Um, and because I'm enrolled in the program, I am able to open that third treatment room. I will be able to employ two more massage therapists. And because I have that third treatment room, eventually I'll be able to have a full-time receptionist, which has always been my goal. So, yeah, if I'm able to gain that, yeah, I'll feel like I really succeeded in my business.
I think you're succeeding already. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And just finally, what would be your recommendation to other therapists who might be thinking about joining?
For $1, you have nothing to lose. Honestly. That first day will floor you. You'll get enough clients to cover that first week.
Not just a
Secondly,
disclaimer. Not everyone gets 7 clients in 7 hours. Just a
no, they
disclaimer.
don't. But even getting one that first day, that
Yeah,
still covers your dollar investment.
yeah,
Um, or that second client covers your first week, or um, I just think
mhm,
there's no reason not to get it, honestly, because it's not just that month one ad that you give,
mhm.
it's also all the information that's in there, that's additional,
Yeah.
like
No,
all the stuff I didn't expect, and all the coaching that I didn't anticipate having access to.
yeah. And for anyone
Yeah.
watching, I'll put the $1 special under this video because that's not something I offer very often anymore, but I'll put it under here. All right. Thanks a lot, Marissa. I really appreciate you sharing some tips and strategies and being on the call. And I really enjoy having you as part of the academy. And yeah, thanks again for hopping on.
Thank you.